Okay, shh, here he comes. Hiya, Mr. Belichick.
Who the heck are you? What do you want?
We are Carolina football.
University of North Carolina as a football team in general right now are in a very odd situation. They're not bad enough to be sickos laughable, but they're not really good enough to, make the college football playoffs. So, going younger this year, they fire Mac Brown and they bring in 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick, which I don't know how to feel about that. On one hand, you can say that Bill Belichick looked super washed in the later half of his tenure on the New England Patriots, where every single person that he brought in was a detriment to the offense. On the opposite hand, you can say that his defenses still hold up in his later years, and that he can really call a defense. Regardless, I don't know how to feel, because you say you want to go younger, and you got a guy that's 1 year younger than your old head coach. Which also, side note, I did see that Freddie Kitchen was going to be coaching the bowl game, so that'll be really funny. Anywho, Bill Belichick to North Carolina. Now, this is good and bad for various reasons. Bad because it's now starting to become, let's not go to a team because, we want to build them up. You're not going to go to a team because there's a brand behind them. Look at Colorado. Their entire brand is Deion Sanders. And now North Carolina is going to do it with Bill Belichick, where they're going to bring in, based on the fact that you have a guy that used to be successful and you're hoping is still successful now. I'm not saying that Bill Belichick can't, but the college landscape and the NFL landscape are two completely different horses. One of them, you have to be the cream of the crop, and the other one, you have to get really fucking lucky. Now, this is not me saying that college football relies entirely on luck, but a lot of recruiting is involved and a lot of luck goes into it. Yeah, you'll be able to flip maybe some 4 or 5 stars that were going to leave the team anyway because they weren't getting enough playing time for probably good reason. But at the end of the day, does flipping a couple of big recruits really change a franchise? Now, on the opposite hand, you could say Bill Belichick really draws a name, and that he's going to be able to bring over the good of the good guys and not the bad of the good guys, which I could be inclined to agree to. But the issue is with how many other teams can enter the college football playoffs now, he's going to be fighting an uphill battle. The Tar Heels are still one of the worst teams in the ACC. Not saying that they're bad or anything, but 6-6 in the ACC is not a record you want to be at. Look at Miami, look at Georgia Tech, look at Clemson, look at SMU. Those are teams, well, granted, not Georgia Tech, but those are teams that should be in the college football playoffs. Are you going to say within a year or two that Bill Belichick is going to be able to? And not only that, he's going to be healthy enough to, or even cognitively functioning enough to. I don't quite know how to feel about it. Obviously, it's going to be good for the kids because at the very least, they're going to have some wisdom going forward for the rest of their lives. And I think that's a really underrated quality of a coach, that when you have a guy like that, even after football, he can teach you some shit about life. Because that's what football ultimately is. It's a teaching about life. Some people just get what they deserve, and some people just get screwed over. Ultimately, though, it's weird, but will Belichick provide a boost in the program? I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to see how it all comes out. But the one thing that UNC has to hope for is you better not hope it is a Bill Belichick comes, completely sucks his first year, and then takes his money and run. Because, good Lord, that is very much a possibility with the fact that Bill Belichick is in underdog fantasy ads. I don't know how you run through that much money, but I guess having a 27-year-old girlfriend, or however old she is not that cheap. However, I'm looking forward to how UNC will perform next season. I guess we can all finally say that Unc is at Unc.
Brother,